All right. I just wanted to, first of all, say to, the Dunn family, I'd ask everybody to keep that family in their thoughts and prayers. Everybody's pretty much seen the video that's went around. That video is disturbing. I don't even know if I can think of words that describe it. There is no statute, no criminal statute that covers somebody not rendering aid in the state of Florida. So with that being said, we looked at it and we just didn't have any criminal charges. But again, we wanted to continue looking. The detectives kept looking. We kept in contact with the state attorney's office. This morning, myself and Mr. Archer actually talked. The detectives, we had a conference call. We were looking at some other statutes, and one of our detectives said, hey, what about this statute? And there's a statute, it's actually 406-12. It falls under medical examiners, and basically 406 is medical examiners and disposition of human remains. So we looked at this, and it's actually 406-12. And after a lengthy conversation with state attorney's office, we've made a determination at this time we are going to charge the juveniles with the statute under 406, which is a misdemeanor. Now, I want to make it clear, it is a misdemeanor. It's not a misdemeanor exception, so we will not be making a physical arrest at this time. But we will be filing the charges, and again, we've talked to the state attorney's office about it. They will have the ultimate decision in the end of whether or not the charges are actually filed, and then they file the information on them. But in talking to them, we're going to try this and see. As far as we know, this statute has never been used in this way on this kind of case. So it will be a kind of a test case. We're hoping that it does work out. But I will say, as another part of the conversation that myself and Mr. Archer had this morning, we are going to meet, and I'm sure we're going to include the sheriff with us and some other law enforcement leaders to talk about some sort of, or trying to get some sort of legislation or get our legislation to move on something that would cover not rendering aid. We think it can. I mean, if you read in the first part of statute, it basically says it's the duty of any person, and that's kind of what we're looking at. The fact that it says the duty of any person in the district where a death occurs, including municipalities and unincorporated federal areas, who becomes aware of a death of any person occurring under the circumstances described, and then it actually goes back to 406-11, and it covers the different forms, criminal violence, accident, suicide. It goes down a list, and I know our PRO will provide you guys a copy of that if you don't already have it. So, we're kind of, really looking at the fact that it says duty of any person, and it doesn't limit it to, duty of law enforcement or, in that case. So that, and work on the moral issues. And I think that's really kind of what this comes down to, is it's a moral issue. What you watch when you watch that video is just, again, like I said, I don't know. I've been in law enforcement for 27 years, and I don't know as I can really sit here and describe it. I really can't.